guys, so I'm back again with a whole new foundation routine. I guess it's not completely new, but there are a few new products. But I have my friend Hayes with HP Studios helping me film an all new makeup tutorial. So it's a lot better quality than the first one. And with the first one, you couldn't really see any of the colors I was putting on my face. You couldn't see pretty much the contour, any of the highlighting because of the quality. So I wanted to make a new foundation routine for you guys of where you could actually see the colors. So this is the look. Hopefully you can see it a lot better than the first one. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay, so a lot of the steps are the same from my first video, but I changed a few products. So like my concealer is different, so I'm using the Revlon concealer instead of the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. For half the price of this, I could get this one and it works just as good, if not better, because it has this really cool like applicator tip that's like velvety, so it smears the concealer around your eye really well. So to get started, I'm going to use the Fake Bake Flawless Tanner just on my face and my neck. Since I wash my face every single day, the fake tanner on there tends to wear off a lot faster, so I just like to put it on before I do my makeup. Doing this, I found that it really evens out my skin tone too. All the redness, it kind of blurs it a little bit. And next, I'm going to use the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. What I usually do with the pore reducers, I usually put them pretty much just on my T-zone and a little bit on the right here along my jawline. So foundation, what I'm going to use is the Revlon Age Defy, and this is a really full coverage foundation. Since I have quite a few blemishes and scar marks and redness, I need a full coverage foundation, but you definitely can use any kind of foundation that you want. This one is the Soft Beige number 30, and I squirt it on the back of my hand to warm it up. That way it glides on your skin much more smoothly. Oh, and then the brush that I'm using is new from Eco Tools. It's like a slanted stippling brush, and I feel like it's a lot more dense than regular stippling brushes, so it works a lot better to put on your foundation. And then I start on one part of my face and then work all around it. Because usually if you just like put dots all over your face, then since it's full coverage, it dries a lot faster, and then you won't get a good coverage and it will be kind of blotchy. Make sure to go a little on your neck too. You don't want to go too far down, but just blend it from where your jawline is down to probably about here, because then you don't want the line from your foundation. Okay, the next for concealer, I'm going to use that Revlon one I was talking about, and I want to say 2 to 3 shades lighter than my foundation, so you can really tell the difference from this. I really like to use this as a highlight, so it's going to go on this part of my eye going all the way up here, kind of create a V going all the way up, and this will really help define your cheekbones too. And then for the concealer brush, I use the Real Techniques. It is the pointed foundation brush. It's great for getting underneath your eye. And I like to take a toner and squirt on my brush. And I'm using the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe herbs and rose water. And I'll just spray it on my brush and then pat it in. You don't really want to make swiping marks with it, just dab it because it will leave lines. Make sure when you're putting concealer on your eye, you also do this inner C because it gets probably the darkest there out of any part of your eye. Okay, and since I am using this for a highlight, I'm also going to put a little bit on my chin right here and kind of make like a T right here, and then a really thin line right down your nose. And around my nose is a little darker than the rest of my face, or at least how I like it, so I'm going to put a little more of that concealer just around my nose. I don't like to put too much because during the day, the foundation and concealer, if you have too much on, tends to kind of crease up here and gets really oily and it just doesn't look good. So I'll put a really thin layer of it. Okay, that's done. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it with a translucent matte powder, and this is Essence. I think it was, I want to say it was one of their like limited edition collections. I'm not sure if it's still there, but you can find a white setting powder anywhere. And I like to use this under my eyes, all the places that I highlighted pretty much, so down my nose and then on my chin. And I'm using for this the Flawless Concealer Brush from e.l.f. I'm just going to pat it on. Once again, you don't want to make streak marks like this, just pat it on. Okay, and then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Ben Nye Banana Powder, and then just use a fluffy brush to put it all over your face. And don't forget to put it on your neck too to set all the liquid you put there as well. Okay, the next what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Bare Minerals bronzer in the High Dive. This is the best bronzer ever. As you can see, I'm almost done. I hit pan on it, so I'm really sad. But, so what I'm going to do is I actually use this as a contour as well, because anything liquidy, I feel it kind of makes it a little too muddy, unless you're really trying to get like a really extreme contoured look for photography or something. But if you're just going out during the day, something powdery is a lot better. So for this, I'm also using an EcoTools big fluffy contour brush. Then I'm going to go in with just the corner right here and make a line. You want to go under your cheekbone, right under it. Don't go too high, so anything under your nose. So if you make a line from your nostril all the way to your ear, anything under that is your cheekbone. And then make sure to blend all the way in the back to your ear, because if you don't go all the way to your ear, and if it stops here, it's just going to look kind of like you have like a hole in your face, kind of. Then go all the way onto your temple as well. Kind of make a circle. Don't put as much up here as you do on your cheekbone. And blend it into your hairline. And then put it onto your neck as well. And then to contour my nose, I use an angled eyeliner brush. And just get a little bit of that and bring it all down the bridge of your nose. And at first I just blend it in with my ring finger. Then I go in with a foundation brush, and I spray some more toner on it and just blend it in. And then you want to set it with some more powder, so I'm going to use the matte stuff from Essence. For blush, what I'm going to use is the MAC. It's called Margin, and it's one of their frost powders. And then for blush, I just put it right pretty much on top of where I made the contour. I start at the exact same spot and work down. And you don't want to go anywhere past here. So like if you put two fingers right next to your nose, you don't want to put blush anywhere in this area. So start up here in circular motions, work down. And I put just a little bit on my temples. And then for the very last thing, I spray my face with the toner again, just because it helps eliminate any of the powdery look. I let that dry. Then after that dries, for my highlight, I use the Benefit Watts Up. And I put this on the bridge of my nose, on my Cupid's bow, on the high points of my cheek, and then a little bit right above my eyebrows. And then you probably can see this really big streak right here. That's good because I want a lot there. Then I'm going to blend it in with the foundation brush. And just work down. Don't move up like that, because then you'll end up highlighting the bottom of your eye. And for the rest of it, you just blend in with your finger. Okay, and that completes the foundation and contouring and highlighting. So next is my eyebrows, and I use two different products for this. It's from Sally's Beauty Supply. It's a two-toned eyeshadow powder. And then from Benefit, I use the Browsings, but I only use the waxy part of this. I don't really like the color of this one, that's why I have the one from Sally's. So first you're going to take an angled eyeliner brush, and I use both colors actually. So I start out with the lighter color, and I kind of outline my eyebrow first. So I'll outline the top and then I'll outline the bottom. And then don't put any of the darker color from about here on. You kind of want it to go from lighter to darker in a gradual way. So start with the lighter. And you want to make sure that the bottom of your eyebrow kind of goes just a little bit past the corner of your eye. Not too much. You don't want it to come like all the way down here, but at least make it to where if you do this from the corner of your eye and go to your hairline, it at least will hit right here. It will really help define the shape of your eye and will make a huge difference when you put any eyeshadow on. And then I'll go in with the darker color, and that's where I'll put right in the middle of my eyebrow and work just a little bit down. For the front part here where I said to not put any of the darker color, go in with a little bit of the lighter color and make a really light line right there. Not anything too crazy, just kind of dab it on really fast. And then I blend it in with my finger. And you want to make sure that the beginning of your eyebrow, once again, like if you go like this, I said how it would touch right here. You want it to touch when you put it on the very tip of your nose like that. Now I'm just going to finish off my other eyebrow with the exact same steps I did to this one. Okay, now that they're done, I go in with that wax from the Browsings. And it actually comes with two little eyebrow pencils, and this one, it's really flat and it works really good for the wax. So I'm just going to use that, and I just go right over my eyebrows, and this really helps set them and stay in place all day. And after my eyebrows are done, I use the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I just highlight right under my eyebrow. So I just follow the shape of my eyebrow and go all the way down, and then I blend it with my ring finger. And that's it. And then to finish off the look, I'm just going to put on a little bit of mascara. And the mascara that I'm using is from Jordana. It's the Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara. And then for my lips, I'm going to use two different products. I'm going to use the Urban Decay. It is called Rush. It's a really nice, like mauve-y, purpley pink color. It's very like neutral color. And then after that, I'm going to get the What's Up highlighter again and just go over my Cupid's bow one more time. It really helps define the shape of your lips, especially if you have a smaller upper lip like I do. It makes it look a lot bigger. And then I'm going to use from Lancome. It's called Gloss in Love. It's a really nice pink, shimmery, really light pink color. It looks really good if you put it in the middle of this color. Okay, and this is the final look, and it concludes my foundation, highlight, contour video, and then I also showed you how to fill in your eyebrows. So thank you for watching. A cartwheel? Okay.